Good evening, YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back again at your favorite wellness channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Today's video will be called, for all intensive purposes, Meet M-TOR. So we're going to meet M-TOR and discuss what M-TOR is and some of the coaching that is being offered to my clients. And if you have clients, consider offering it to your clients. Or if you're not a client and you're just out there in YouTube land, and you need some entertaining content and want to learn something great, and if you get something useful out of this, some useful information, apply it to your life, because we can tell people to do things all the time, but oftentimes what's necessary is an extra step, and for me that extra step is being able to explain the why behind the what. So I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to explain the why behind the what, and just provide some details, and open people's minds up to what they're doing to themselves, and why they probably shouldn't be doing some of the things they're doing. Okay, so when we talk about health and wellness, we often talk about food. It all comes down to what we genetics, obviously, and what we put in our body. you know And so you'll hear trainers, you'll hear different fitness personalities harping on, don't eat out, don't eat fast food, stay away from this, stay away from that, no vino before bed. You'll hear, lower your blood sugar. And whenever we hear blood sugar, we think of diabetes, we think of the usual, we think of, sugar, alcohol, sugars, and sugars and alcohol. We think of a good time at the restaurant. We think of a lot of behaviors, and I would say social behaviors when it comes to our food. Food is social. One of the loneliest things I've ever done is decide to diet and not eat like General Pop. To really just make a stand in my life and say, you know what, I'm not eating like everybody else. I have the information. I know what's up, and I don't need to do this. It's bad for me. And that's a very, very lonely road, because everybody else is having a good time. They're drinking all these wonderful whiskeys and all this wonderful wine, and life is but a dream, and just pizza just tastes amazing. You know, and I'm not gonna say it doesn't; it does, but there are consequences for our actions, and every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And before you initiate an action, you should always know what that reaction will be. And sometimes it's not so obvious, because if it was, we wouldn't have a lot of the issues going on in our modern world that we do today as it relates to health. Okay, so meet mTOR. So I'm going to read the abstract to you. Mammalian target of rapamycin, mTOR regulates cell proliferation, autophagy, and apoptosis by participating in multiple signaling pathways in the body. Studies have shown that the mTOR signaling pathway is also associated with cancer, arthritis, insulin resistance, osteoporosis, and other diseases. The mTOR signaling pathway, which is often activated in tumors, not only regulates gene transcription and protein synthesis to regulate cell proliferation and immune cell differentiation, but also plays an important role in tumor metabolism. That was a mouthful. Therefore, the mTOR signaling pathway is a hot target in anti-tumor therapy research. In recent years, a variety of newly discovered mTOR inhibitors have entered clinical studies, and a variety of drugs have been proven to have high effectivity in combination with mTOR inhibitors. Pardon me for that. The purpose of this review is to introduce the role of mTOR signaling, of mTOR signaling pathway on apoptosis, autophagy growth, and metabolism of tumor cells, and to introduce research progress of mTOR inhibitors in the tumor field. Promise I went to college. All right, so that is mTOR. Okay, so it's a signaling pathway. All right. So why am I bringing this up? We talked about the fast food. We talked about the pizza. We're throwing some, some terminology around. Okay, it sounds fancy. Well, this pathway is signaled directly by insulin. Okay, so for those of you that don't know out there, your pancreas elicits an insulinogenic response anytime sugar is detected in your bloodstream. And insulin's job is to clean your bloodstream of sugar because sugar in high amounts in the body is toxic. Okay, so mTOR is activated once it detects sugar. Once it detects insulin. Okay, so insulin does that. So you turn on mTOR. What does mTOR do? It grows everything. Okay, so I always tell my clients, I have a lot of clients that, they like wine before bed, a little nightcap, or maybe, too much sugar before bed. It's bad. It's bad because when we get these really sharp increases in insulin spikes, what can happen is the mTOR pathway opens, and now you're growing everything. Okay, so eating after workout subsequently has been huge in the bodybuilding community because after you get a good pump in the gym, what do you want to do? You want to grow. You just did all that work. You don't want it to be for nothing. At least I hope you don't. I don't. I work hard in there. You guys see me damn near falling down and passing out. I need results. All right. Now, I think you guys are working out for results too. So mTOR is a double-edged sword, as it turns out. mTOR also is responsible for bad growth. It's responsible for good growth as well, as it turns out. So growth that's beneficial for you, it's responsible for that. So mTOR isn't bad. It's just a signaling pathway. It's just how long is it on, and are you aware that you're turning it on? And then once it's on, are you aware what it's doing in the long run over time? Okay. So we're gonna go down a little bit, and I'll post these links for you guys. You guys can check it out. I also have some PubMed for you guys, and so that way you guys can do some reading and ask questions or disagree if you guys would like. All right, so conclusion and prospect. The mTOR signaling pathway is closely related to tumors, and it is closely related to its cell growth, metabolism, apoptosis, and autophagy. For example, the mTOR signaling pathway can affect gene transcription and protein synthesis to regulate cell growth and proliferation, affect the immune cell differentiation to participate in immune regulation, and play an important role in tumor metabolism. Okay? A number of studies have shown that a variety of new mTOR inhibitors show high anti-tumor activity in clinical studies, and the use of mTOR inhibitors in combination with other anti-tumor drugs has a significant effect. So this bothers me. I'm glad that science is progressing in a way that, we can even figure something like this out. This is insane. Shout out to the researchers who've done this. I don't have a problem with science. What I have a problem with is we have such a behavioral issue where we can't keep ourselves from driving to, I don't know, Wendy's, Taco Bell, McDonald's, and, grubbing, just pigging out. And so now we need medication. We need medication. We need medication. And we need it because we have a lack of discipline. Okay. It's a lack of discipline because if you don't turn it on, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. That's what they used to say when I was a kid. Okay. So if you don't turn on mTOR because you're not out there being a glutton, well, guess what? You don't have to worry about it. You don't need to take the drugs because it's not on. Okay. So that brings me to another good point that I wanted to mention. I wanted to bring up the fact that you should only focus on eating the majority of your carbohydrates, I would say about 40% of the day, pre and post workout. Okay. Intense physical activity. And the reason why is because, well, if you work out in the morning, you shouldn't have eaten before bed. You should have, followed, the 3 hour rule and not put anything in at least 3 hours before bed. Keep your blood sugar low. Your cells are empty all morning. You wake up, and what do? You eat. You have breakfast. You go to the gym. You work hard. You're done. You eat again. So your cells were empty when you woke up. You filled them with sugar. All right. You went to the gym. You burned sugar. You get out of the gym. You refill the cells. All right. You refill the cells. And after the gym, you're getting a nice M-TOR spike. I mean, before and after, if you take in a large amount of carbohydrates. So you're growing during that, let's call it a 2 hour, 3 hour period. You get your breakfast in, hopefully you shower, be one of those type of people in the gym. You get in the car, you drive down there, check in, warm up, do your thing, yada, yada. So the sugar has an opportunity to go into your cells. You begin to work out. You start burning that sugar. You start burning it. The cells need it. They're hungry. They need to produce ATP. So you start burning sugar. Okay. So you start burning sugar. And then once you deplete that sugar, hopefully you worked out hard enough where that's what you do. You leave the gym and you refill your cells. Okay. With more carbohydrates. These carbohydrates that you're eating in large amounts are less likely to stick to you as fat. Okay, so you're less likely to store it. Why? Because if the cells are full, insulin goes, the cell goes on full, turn around insulin, drives it back to the liver, and do not pass go, do not collect 200. The liver will then convert it into fat and store it right in the midsection. Yep, right in the love machine. That's what you call it. So that's how that works. I hope that is a very surface level explanation and just a little bit of credible data here to back it up. I'll also post a link here on PubMed, and there are other similar articles and resources if you guys want to kind of take a look at M-TOR and just really connect with what you guys are doing to your body, what we're all doing to our body when we eat outrageous amounts of sugar. High spikes in sugar are bad. We're doing more than just having a good time and gaining weight. We're signaling genetic expressions that can cause very, very bad things to happen in our body. And lo and behold, if it becomes bad enough, you'll end up at the hospital with a diagnosis and you'll wonder why. Okay. So I hope this helps. I hope this sheds light on M-TOR, what it does. Let's not be afraid of it. M-TOR used in the proper manner can help you grow some muscle. Okay, muscle's good. It's an anabolic signaling agent, but it should not be on all day and definitely not, before bed. That's bad. You don't want this thing on all the time. It can do a lot of damage inside you and you won't know it until the doctor comes in and, he has a look in his face and, says, you need to go down to the pharmacy and we need you to come in for more testing. That's not good. Okay. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day, evening, wherever you are. Don't forget to like and subscribe to your favorite wellness channel. We'll be posting more content. If you like it, subscribe. Let me know in the comments or post any type of comment in regards to what you would like to see in the future. Okay. I'm getting better at this. It's new to me, but I enjoy it. I actually enjoy doing this. It's my way to spend time with you guys because those that are close to me and know me know that I'm an introvert and I have a very difficult time coming out of my introvertedness. And so this is a way for me to spend time with the people I care about and deliver information and respond. So please feel free to do so in the chat below. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.